Hi everyone, I'm back here along with Anuj to answer a few more questions from all you Poco fans. So let's get started. Anuj, the first question is from Rangjan. I presume no one is considering solar powered cell phones at this time. Considering the potential, it could be a boon for a typical Indian user. What's your take on it, and is this even feasible? And does any Poco customer see value in making solar powered cell phones? Pretty interesting thought.
Right. Well, renewable energy itself is the future. The challenge with solar powered system is going to be you will need the solar cells, then you will need the electronics for it,
True.
and then obviously it'll have to have the charging for the battery.
True.
So your phones will become really fat. But probably solar charging power banks
Yeah, probably
could
might
be a
make
thing
sense.
where power banks obviously are thick and then you have a fold out and all that, but right now no plans for
No
that.
plans for that, yeah.
But it's an interesting thought.
Yeah. Just another thought. I would I have read this somewhere that in order for a solar powered farm, you need a lot of acreage of land to produce even considerable amount of solar power. So I think there is a lot of space we have to travel to essentially reach there. So the next question is from Sarvesh Singh. In India, NFC payments are not accepted at many places. Neither user have NFC enabled smartphone. Therefore, my question is, what is the strategy of Poco for NFC payment establishment?
Okay. I have actually always wondered the use of NFC in a country like India. So there are two aspects to it. One, your phone can have NFC, that adds a little more cost. And NFC could be used, it's essentially near field communications, right? So you can use it to tap on to different things, for example, your speaker to pair and things like that. But it's a costly technology to do something as simple as this. From a payments perspective, which he's talking about, there the complexity becomes manifold. Essentially, you're looking at millions and millions of your payment machines in retail being NFC enabled.
Yeah, that's true.
To change all the machines in the country, it is a very, very costly proposal there.
True.
However, what's happened is India, in a way, because of the lack of all of this, has leapfrogged.
True.
So we've gone from paper payment straight to phone payment.
Absolutely
And-
contactless.
Yeah, absolutely contactless. So the gap that jump that's happened in the middle is where NFC payments had actually become a big thing in, say, Western European markets or the American markets and things like that. So in a way, we've already gone past that technology. Everyone can scan a QR code. Everyone can do those payments. It's faster. It's safer that way.
In fact, I have heard stories that essentially other developed markets are actually looking at NPCI to understand how UPI works and probably implement
Yeah.
UPI in their respective countries.
I mean, UPI has been like a worldwide success.
True. Moving on, Shubham Bansal. He's asking, competitor's brand is offering smartphone in brackets 464 with fingerprint sensor, 8MP front camera, and a Type-C port at 7999, while Poco C3 at the same price does not. How Poco C3 is better, and how is a Poco C3 a better buy? Okay.
Okay, fair. See, a better buy is a lot of things beyond price. We've never really said that Poco will be the cheapest phone available. However, we've always maintained that Poco will have the highest quality standards that we can obviously provide. Along with that, the other optimizations that come in.
True.
So, there will always be cheaper phones in the market, but that's not where it is. With Poco, one, obviously you're getting the number one quality brand, but the second part is every aspect of the phone is going to work as it is. Now, I don't know which phone you're talking about, and I've not really tried those, but I'm sure it'll be a good phone as well.
Cool. Going on, Sachin Jain is asking, Poco is targeting a mid flagship level with Poco X3. We would love to see something like Meet and Ultra under Poco lineups. There is always amazing specs which Poco provides us, but things like 100-watt charging and flagship camera like Meet and Ultra and AMOLED displays are always missing.
So Meet and Ultra, I don't know. I mean, Meet and Ultra I don't think Xiaomi is even selling it outside of China, right? I mean, that is a brilliant phone. Frankly, I have been a fan of the Explorer Edition phones.
True.
So give me a transparent back, I will take it. Since 2018. So I'm sure, I mean, that is a very exciting phone to look at. Although I'm not very excited about the 120 watt charging.
Yeah.
I think that probably might be a bit of an overkill.
True.
But I am actually more interested in that design. What we will obviously try and do is keep improving on our cameras, right? Nobody has a perfect camera, and from Poco perspective, we will continue to working on that.
Sure.
In fact, we are setting up a camera lab in our office here. Someday I'll probably take you on a tour for that too. And again, coming to AMOLED displays, again, I would say what you mean to say is the best in class displays, whether it is AMOLED, whether it is a really high quality LCD, whether it is micro LED, whether it is something else, as long as the display is good, we will definitely consider it. Again, we will not call out a display just for the spec part of it. It has to be a good display, not a marketing spec sheet which sounds good but may not really
work. Yeah. Ganesh is asking, how is Poco able to provide huge amount of specs at a very low price? Can you answer me, sir? While some brands like Realme does not provide an FHD plus even at 12,000.
Okay. So again, I'll go back to the earlier question. We are not going after the price. Essentially, we are not trying to be the lowest priced option at all. And I guess that's where the second part comes in. Someone not doing a FHD screen, now that is their priority list. Yeah. Frankly, when we were looking at the products, we thought having a full high definition screen, especially now because everyone's consuming a lot more content from home, does make a difference.
Yep.
But every company has a different strategy, and I can't obviously comment on what others are choosing.
Absolutely. Okay, the next question is from Partha Saradi. What's your view on providing accessories like screen, cleaning cloth and earphones in the box?
Okay, I'll be very honest on this one, right?
One question, screen cleaning cloth, I don't even know how many people carry their cloth along with them.
I mean, microfiber cloth, I got what he was trying to say. I don't know actually. In a way, I've not seen a microfiber cloth anywhere.
Okay.
But on the other side, because I've used so many of these skins that I put on phones that I've got like 5-6 different microfiber cloths lying around. So I see where the point is. And now, to be honest, inside a box, when you are looking at a Poco X2 or a Poco X3, 99% of the people don't care what else is there in the box.
That's true.
Right? And I guess this is where, or this is probably one of the reasons why none of your new iPhones come with anything else in the box, because it is not really valued. Also, environmental reasons and all that, whatever they said, fair. If you leave it to me, and I remember I was talking to a bunch of journalists back in 2015 or 2016, and somebody asked, right, why don't people put earphones in the box? I said, no one cares. And if it was possible, and if the the legislation allowed, I would probably remove the charger as well. I was so happy to see Apple do that. But of course, charging extra for that charger probably might not be fair.
Yeah.
But inside the box, anything else is not really valued too much.
It's specifically on earphones in the box, right? I genuinely feel that a lot of people have, their own earphones, and I also seen people changing their earphones despite having already one, right? So people are constantly utilizing other kind of, models just to kind of, experience new products, I guess.
Sound is so subjective, right?
True.
I mean,
that is so true.
The earphones that I might like, you might not.
Absolutely.
And what you will get in the box, frankly, will be the lowest common denominator. It is there, but it's not going to be something that you will really love.
Yeah.
It's always better to get a good pair of earphones from the market. All our phones have a headphone jack.
Yep.
So you're free to use whatever you feel like. Or you've got your Bluetooth headsets. Or if you're looking for TWS, then as Manchu has promised, we are still working on
Working
that.
on it. So the next question is from Parish Pandey. He's asking, since the Poco phones are available on Flipkart, can we also have a official Poco app where you guys can sell the phones as well as Poco accessories like cases, skins, tempered glass for your phones. Even the classic grey Poco t-shirt Anuj sir wears, that people are asking for. You're not
Wearing
wearing
it today. Yeah, actually, so apparel is one feedback I think last week we had. So we are definitely kind of looking at those options. Having a Poco app and essentially direct that to wherever we are selling it.
So I think what he's asking for is like essentially we need to have our own e-commerce
Oh,
channel
our own channel.
through which we can kind of sell.
It takes time to kind of build that. I would love to kind of have you be able to buy it from a Poco store directly.
True.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. The next question is from Harshit. What is Poco's strategy behind naming smartphones? I mean, there is no Poco X1, but X2 and X3 are out. There's no Poco M1, but M2 and M2 Pro are out. So how does the naming process of Poco phones happen?
There is a Poco F1, but there is no F2, F3.
True.
Okay, so it's pretty simple. So we've actually got 4 series. You've got F, X, M, and C. Pretty clear in terms of C is where the value segment is, M is the mid segment, X is the enthusiast segment, and of course
The flag.
F is the flagship. Now, how does 1, 2, 3 come in? It's essentially about generations. So first generation, which was essentially the Poco F1, only had one phone and it was 1. The second generation that we had X, M, right?
Yep.
So you had a X2 and an M2 Pro and an M2. Now we are already on the third generation where you've already seen a X3 and a C3. So for example, if there is a next phone, say a new M, chances are that will be an M3.
Yeah. Moving on. Okay, Kashyap. He's asking what Manchu thinks about Micromax as a user, not as a Poco guy. Okay, this
What do
question
you
is directed to me. I have never used a Micromax phone, so I'm not the right person to answer that query. But if there is an opportunity to utilize the phone, I'll probably use it and let you guys know. So till now, to be honest, I have never used their phone. The next question is from Arnab Mishra. In the last, you told you know nothing about Poco launcher issues. There are thousands of comments regarding this in the Play Store as well as in Twitter. My question is how you guys are handling these feedback then. I know you will not pick my question. Still पूछ लिया. By the way, I love Poco. So we are picking your question.
गलती होगी, sorry. No, so we obviously, after that question, we were kind of looking at it. So we are doing the full analysis in terms of what we think or what actually people think is broken and or missing. So we are definitely kind of looking at that one. We'll have an update soon.
So this is already being worked on. You'll surely get updates trying to solve for them. Yep. The next question is from Ayan Sarkar. Hi Anuj sir and
फिर से?
Oh yeah, Ayan Sarkar. Yeah, that's right. Hi Anuj sir and C Manmohan sir. It's been a wonderful year for Team Poco after making comeback. Only 1 month is left for C Manmohan sir to be part of Poco family. We are gonna miss him. Okay. This year I couldn't purchase a new smartphone for me, but advised my 2 friends to buy Poco M2 and X3. They are loving it. Thank you for the wonderful smartphones. My question is for Anuj sir. We know that he's a gamer. Which games do you play on your Poco phones? C Manmohan sir can also give the answer. Please pick my question again. It's gonna be hat trick for me. So yeah, love you Poco family.
This is a very touchy subject.
But yeah, no, it's okay.
Which games?
Which games?
Yeah. Of course, I mean, I've been, I think from March of 18, March 2018, I had been playing PUBG very regularly. Now I don't know what to do. So I'd actually asked for some options on Twitter as well, and obviously I saw people were recommending downloading PUBG from some other place, which I am not going to do that. But I probably will try some new games, maybe COD, and then try and see how that goes.
True. I'm not a gamer, so I don't play a lot of games. Joel James. Sir, I'm Joel. I recently bought your new Poco X3 device. I'm truly satisfied, but can you provide some special features to this phone to make it price worthy? I think call recording feature will be great. I think we have
Call recording. Okay. So call recording, we've already had a discussion, as you, I think, know, and we did speak about the fact that we are using a Google dialer, and we're basically just cleaning this entire UI up. So Google Dialer and Google's SMS app as well. So we did have, after the last time we had that question, we did have a call with the Google team. We kind of did that discussion. They've already started rolling out an update for some of the X3 users.
Yeah.
If you haven't got it yet, you will get it soon. So that was obviously a valuable feedback for the India market.
True.
And of course, when Google is making something, they are not really customizing it that much. I mean, they are selling across the world.
Right. The next question is, in the same, there are multiple, questions in that. Can you promise to give 3 years of stable, regular updates to the phone like other smartphone brand does? Okay.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know. Yes and no.
Yeah.
Again, I think we've also, in the second episode or something, we did speak about this.
Yep.
Saying there are a lot of factors that come into play when you are looking at updates. So for me to sit here and tell you that in 2023 everything will be fine is a little hard. Will we try and do that? Of course, we will try and do that. But to be giving a promise that we don't know what route it takes is always hard.
The next point is, can you add adaptive refresh rate controlling features to make the battery life long?
Poco X3.
On Poco X3, yeah.
We already have that.
We already have that, no? Yeah. It's already there, guys.
So this one does 50,
50, 60, 90, 120.
Yeah, 50, 60, 90, 120, depending on what you're doing with it. So if you're not really using the X3, it'll sit at like a 50 or a 60, where it's conserving your battery life.
Yep. I think the battery is good, but it's not giving exactly 6000 milliamp hour battery. Can you fix this through the coming updates? I mean, this is surprising. I have not really heard back any on battery issues as such.
Sure. Maybe you want to kind of, there's a way to capture the system log, and we can analyze this a bit more.
Yeah.
In fact, the other day, I was doing this time lapse of, okay, you probably hate me for this, but of grass growing.
Oh my goodness.
So the X3 was essentially kept there for the entire day. And I don't know if you've seen in the camera setup, in time lapse you can go up to 1800x.
Wow.
So it goes really slow. But essentially this was on for like some 13-14 hours. It was doing a recording. So from a battery life perspective, it is actually insane. But they can be stray instances. For example, something that we may not have tested, or a particular app that is new or interfering with something else on the system side. And all of these things are variables that come in when you're looking at battery life.
Yeah. Even maybe background apps they are running. Just check that as well. We're not too sure. So please share your system log and we can probably take a look.
Sure.
The last point was, I think there is a little bit of heating issue. Is that possible to solve? Again, we've never really seen this kind of an issue.
Okay, this is a new one.
Yes,
so maybe then we need to analyze your phone a bit more.
Yeah.
To see where the gap is.
In all these queries, I think some features like to expand battery life and about giving regular Android and MIUI updates up to 3 years will be a good promise to Poco fans.
Okay. Previous question.
The previous one. So yeah, that's all about from our side. It was really nice, guys. Again, meeting you guys. Take care and see ya. Bye.